This is my reality. I don't live in a fancy apartment. I don't even live in an apartment. I live with my family um, in this little room with way too many things. And, I'm making do with what I have. Um, One of my goals this year was just to stop making excuses and to just start. I feel like I've done a good job with that. But at the same time, there's things that you can always, always, always work on. And making videos and talking in front of the camera is one of the things that I've been trying for years and have always just been scared to truly be my authentic self in front of the camera, to take up space, to just exist as me and not filter myself and not be this trendy thing and follow everybody else. Just be me. I'm wearing my brand's tee right now to really step into that mindset. This is my testimony. Like, I am a work in progress. We are all works in progress. We are never done progressing. We're never done evolving and becoming better. And yeah, that's what this tee is really all about. Like, I run a faith-based brand. I really try and separate it from the Christian brand mindset because I feel like there's a lot of stereotypes that come with Christians. And I myself, I just know I believe in God. I believe that He died on the cross for us. I believe that He led with love. I can't even fully truly explain myself. And that's also the part of me not allowing myself to exist. I don't have it all figured out. I don't know why people like to think that they do, or why I feel like I should have it all figured out. It's okay. This is the mess that I've been living in, honestly. A little backstory: I had a photo shoot for my brand at the end of May, and it came out way better than I expected. I got to work with some amazing people that I never even thought I'd get the chance to, but I cast my net. I reached out, um, honestly expecting no's, but got a bunch of yeses, and the photos came out perfect. I'll insert a few. But since the photo shoot, I've kind of felt stuck. Honestly, I've procrastinated way too much. I got a lot of traction after the photo shoot, and I felt rushed to push out content, to push out more stuff when I didn't have the inventory. I basically sold out of all my pieces as soon as I had the photo shoot, which is great. But when people want more and you don't have more, it feels like, oh, what can I do? I'm missing out on like sales or on engagement. There's a time for everything. So, this past week I've really tried to take a step back, rewire my brain, stop pushing my own timeline, and start depending on God again. Because that's I feel like you become anxious when you feel like you are the one in control, when you try to control everything. But once you give it back to God, to surrender it back to God, things start aligning again. So like it's a constant like refocus, refocus, refocus. And I'm in that refocus right now, trying to let go of control and give it to God. It's gonna work out if I keep putting in the effort, if I keep putting in the time, if I keep slowly progressing, it's going to work out eventually. Like, what's not going to work out is if I quit. If you quit, then it's never going to work out for you. So you got to keep going forward, even if things look rocky. But let me stop. I want to keep talking, but I also want to use this time to fix up my room. I was going to wait until I finished cleaning, but this is my reality. This is my depression room right now, if you can tell. And then another thing about my reality, guys, I'm sleeping on a cot. I'm sleeping on a cot. I'm not sleeping on a real bed. And like, while I could feel sorry for myself, I'm still doing things to make my life and my reality better for myself. I'm working like 60-hour weeks, and I'm only just I'm barely just getting out of that paycheck to paycheck mindset. I'm making good money, but it's trying to steer it in the right direction, invest in myself for my future, not just for my comfortability right now, which has been a problem. I love concerts, I love going out, I love eating, but what is it really fueling? Nothing. Let me stop. Okay. So, okay. I feel like I've been yapping a little bit, but I'm not really giving much context. I have a brand. The name is called u.r.called if you want to look on Instagram or TikTok. And essentially, it's a faith-based brand. My vision for it is to use modern imagery to connect to the word. I myself, again, I'm not perfect. I'm never saying I know the Bible front to back. I know every little story. I'm learning, and I think that's kind of not what it's all about, but like I think that's what God is looking for. Not for you to be perfect, but for you to just show up as your authentic self and just seek Him through everything. So this is like my form of expression, I guess you could say. I've been into streetwear and fashion for a few years now, and to be honest, finding things that fit me the way that I want it to fit, because I'm not a 6'2" skinny white guy. When I'm finding most of my clothes, guys, I'm distracted. When I'm trying to find most of my clothes, I have a hard time, and it never really fits right. I have to like tailor it or something. So I was like, I invest so much into these small brands and into clothes in general. Why not try to make my own? And when it came to designing, nothing was really working, to be honest. I had another brand before this, 727. I have it tatted because it's just a number that I see all the time for years, and I wanted to incorporate it into my brand. But again, none of the designs were working, which is fine. Everything happens for a reason. I'll get into 727 a little bit later, but at the same time, I'm getting really into my relationship with God. I made the brand February of last year, 2025. And that's truly like when I just started getting into my relationship with God. And so I said, God, I want to keep you in the center of everything that I do. So let me try and make clothes dedicated to you, you know? At the time, while being into streetwear, I was noticing a lot of Christian brands being like, Jesus loves you, I love Jesus, all these like big and bold things, which is like great, but it's not my style. Like I bought one piece from Heaven on Earth, and while I thought it was cool, I never actually wore it out because it was way too loud, like to actually wear it. My first piece that I designed for the brand, shitty, but you keep working on it. It was definitely better than the 727. Like whatever I was working on, it was definitely better than that. So I kept working, and eventually things started to click. Very early on, I came up with the testimonial, but I didn't make it for months because I was nervous, finding manufacturers and stuff. Like, it's all very nerve-wracking. Like, you're putting your money into it. You don't know if it's even worth it, but I did it. I'm promoting the samples, and while it's just me, I feel like it's not getting traction. Like, I'm questioning all the time, is this even good? Am I even doing the right thing? Should I even keep doing this? I get a bulk for the Pip tea. I'll insert a picture here. And I thought that was a great first piece. Very proud of it. Still am. But looking back, I could tell like where I kind of went wrong. But I feel like if I was to promote it now too, like I could find an audience. See, like I'm getting anxiety is like rising up right now where I'm like, I want to start the video up. I don't even want to edit this. but I'm going to commit to it because this is how we grow. This is how we learn. We have to do things that are uncomfortable. If I don't repost it, that's fine. But if I at least edit it and post the video, that's we did it. We did the first thing. Um, okay, going back to the photo shoot that I just did, I feel like I've been getting traction, but now I'm anxious to like back it up with more stuff. I know I'm capable, but like I don't want to be a one hit wonder. I think I have more pieces that are hits, but it's that's the fear of being seen, the fear of being perceived. Um, you know, my wife and I have also talked about this, where like it also could reach the crowd where they start picking at the fact that I use a lot of lesbian models, but part of my mission is my testimony, where I'm reclaiming, you know, what I once had a bad relationship with, which was God. And I felt like, my mom, growing up Catholic, I was told that, you know, you're supposed to be with a man. It's in the Bible, blah blah blah. And I'm not gonna argue with that. I'm not here to tell you what to believe in. What I'm here to do is to say that Jesus led with love. He said to love all your neighbors. Really, we're not supposed to judge each other. Only God is supposed to do that. God is the one who's gonna, at the end of the day, hold us accountable on Judgment Day. I believe that if you're not harming anybody, not harming yourself, then it shouldn't really be anybody else's business, what you do with your life. I know that if you don't agree with it, you're supposed to love me anyways. You don't have to agree with it, but you can still treat me with respect, which at the end of the day, that's all I ask. And all anybody can ask for is that you just respect me, whether you agree with how I live my life. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of rambling at this point, but I'm just trying to get all my thoughts out. I'm gonna end it here because I'm already overthinking. Have a blessed one.